listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. I'm talking about lovely, y'all. So I've been up and out since I went walking at 7 o'clock this morning. And let me tell you my motivation for getting up and walking at 7 o'clock. So right now, the weather is gorgeous. It's 66 degrees, going up to a high of 78, almost 80 degrees. Beautiful. Remember, our groundhog predicted that we would have an early spring. So it looks like we're going to have an early spring. And it's beautiful this morning. So I got up this morning, went walking. Beautiful morning. I had a chance to clear my head. So here's what happened, right? So I was in a weight loss challenge that I lost. I know I lost because I gained 3 pounds versus losing anything. I lost and then I gained and I lost and I gained back. So when I weighed in this morning for my final weigh-in, I had gained 3 pounds. I knew I had lost, but because I think what set me back was Valentine's Day. Like I don't really go out and buy candy. Like I may every now and again buy some candy, like a candy bar, like one. Not a whole pack, because I know me. I like Reese's Cups. I'm going to eat the whole thing. Now, I won't eat a whole thing of Hershey's or anything. But Reese's Cup, oh yeah, I'm going to eat the whole thing of Reese's Cups. So I may buy one. Or my husband, I told him, don't buy me so much, because he was bringing me a lot of Reese's home. Don't bring them home. So he would bring me one, which is fine. That's not a bad thing. But Valentine's Day came. And so I like pecan turtles. With the caramel and the pecans in them and the chocolate. Yep, love them. I got 3 boxes of candy, y'all. And I ate 2 a day until all of them were gone. And I knew that set me back and I was never able to recover after that. Now, granted, I could have made some changes. I really could have. But I had so much going on I really wasn't focused on my weight. So this morning when I got up and weighed for my final weigh-in, because I decided I'm going to go ahead and, I like to weigh early, get it out the way. Because if I won, I won. If I didn't, I didn't. Okay, let me just get it out the way. That's me. That's how I think about things, right? Some people wait all day long to weigh in so they can see how much weight they're going to lose before they weigh in. That's not me. Either I did it or I didn't. Put your big girl panties on, Audrey, and go ahead and get on the scale, because you know you ate all the chocolate in February and then you stayed off course the whole entire time. So anyway, I got on the scale and I was like, yep, I lost. I took the picture of the scale, sent it to the group to let them know I lost. And I just left it at that. But I said, you know what? It's okay. I lost the challenge, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a new goal for myself, right? I'm going to set a new goal for myself. And my new goal is to hit my goal weight by July 1st. That's the goal. One reason is I'm going to Jamaica with my friend Rosa. It's her birthday. That's one. 2, I have to host this amazing event called hosted by Blacks United in Leading Technology, and the theme is building the Black metaverse. And so I'm the host of that. So I was like, okay, and I need to be high energy when that time comes. And so I was like, okay, so those are my 2 new goals for my new challenge for myself. Now, I got to drop 35, the same 35 pounds, y'all, I've been talking about for the last year. I got to drop them 35 pounds. That's the goal. Now, I read something this morning in the Gwinnett Daily Post about this new thing called intuitive eating. It's the latest anti-diet craze. I should have known about this back in November when we first kicked off our challenge, this anti-diet. It's a bunch of crap. For me, personally, like, this is not anything new. This is a bunch of crap. Eat when you get full. Stop when you eat. Stop when you eat when you're hungry. Stop when you get full. There's nothing new about that. That's just what it is. Don't deny yourself. I already knew that kind of stuff. You have to know your problem, like your problem areas, right? For me, my problem areas are I work all during the day, pretty much from the time I hit the floor to the time I close my eyes, I'm working, literally, right? I may take a break at 10 o'clock to watch my favorite shows, but then right after the shows go off, guess what I'm doing? I'm watching YouTube for the next hour or 2, and I ain't watching shows on YouTube. I'm watching business stuff, this business thing, that business thing, so my mind is wired up. So what do? I want to munch on something. If I could just go to sleep at like 9 o'clock at night, I'd probably do much better, right? But that's not how I'm wired. And then the crazy part is 6 o'clock, I'm wide awake. Like I was wide awake this morning at 6 o'clock. So I know my triggers. So eating when you're full, eating when you're hungry, stopping when you're full, that works for some people. That does not work for everybody else. You need to know your triggers. My triggers is late night eating, late night munching. Not even really so much as eating, but munching. Like if I'm up past a certain hour, my mind say, girl, you want to eat something. And I shouldn't be eating and laying down. That's what I shouldn't be doing. I know my triggers. Y'all don't have to tell me what they are. I know my triggers. But anyway, I said all that to say, I lost the challenge. I weighed in. I knew I had lost though. I knew I had lost last week. Like that, I knew that. So I put my big girl panties on like I lost. Because what I realized is that money is not a motivator for me when it comes to weight loss. Not a motivator. Because I could have walked away today had my husband been in it, I'm sure he would have won. Because he's down about 15 pounds, but he dropped out. So the last time we did the challenge, he won. He dropped like 22 pounds. This time, he's already down 15 pounds. I'm sure he's down more than everybody in the group. But he's way more disciplined. And it has nothing to do with the money. It just has to do with him saying, okay, I have made up my mind. This is what I'm going to do. And he does it. He does it every single time. Me, I make up my mind about stuff, and then I get sidetracked really easily because something else happens. Life gets in the way. He doesn't do that. So I wish I could have took his 15 pounds and put it on my side, but he didn't participate this time. He won the last time. So this time I'm going to tell him, I need you to help me, right? I need you to help me hit my goals by July. He has a goal by August to drop a certain amount. I think his is like 40 pounds, 45 pounds or something. And mine is 35. And so his goal is August. My goal is July. And so I'm going to tell him, I need you to help me hit my goal. I realize money is not a motivator for me to lose weight. It's not. Because had it been so, I would have fought really hard to win. So not motivated by money to lose weight. Have to figure out what motivates me to lose weight. I don't know what that is yet. I do know this. I feel like just like in business, I have to be around people who are health conscious. Like they are health conscious. It's not about money for them losing weight because they're probably not motivated either for that. I got to get around health conscious people, like people who are consciously focused on their health. They're focused on being a better person. I got to get around those people because those people are going to motivate me. I feel like they're going to help motivate me, right? Only I can motivate myself, but I feel like being around them is going to help motivate me. Kind of like when I'm around people in business, like when I do my breakfast meetup, my business breakfast meetup, the energy in that room is amazing. Right? I'm excited. I'm energized. It's early in the morning. And people come out and we talk business. It's amazing. So the second and fourth Friday of each month, I do the Gwinnett Business and Breakfast, the Business Breakfast Club, right? The Breakfast Club. I call it the Breakfast Club because we get together, we mastermind over breakfast, and it's amazing. The energy is great in the room. The people are great. We're sharing. It's a good thing. On Sundays at either 3 or 5 o'clock, depending on my schedule, I do the Butterfly Squad Mastermind, where the women come into the room, we mastermind about business, and it's great. The energy is great. So that's the kind of energy I need when it comes to my health and getting healthy. And not so much now. I think for me, my whole life has been about losing weight. Now I'm changing my focus to just being healthy, right? And what does that look like for me? I love omelets, which is probably the worst thing because there's a lot of cheese and bacon and eggs. I love omelets, but I feel like I have to cut back on the omelets. I eat them at least 3 times a week. But to me, that keeps me full like for the rest of the day. The eggs does. So I'm going to have to cut back on the omelets. I'm going to have to put more fruit and vegetables into my diet, which I'm really bad about that. So anyway, I'm rambling, but I just wanted to share with y'all. They were talking about this intuitive eating thing. Like it's new. It's not new. It's not new at all. It's something that's been around forever. And now they're putting a new twist on it. I'm sure some books are coming out about it for you to buy and a program and a this and a that. It's not new. And yes, I'm not bitter because I lost. I am more focused on health, not so much as weight loss. I'm more focused on being healthy. And that means that in the interim, I probably will lose some weight. And I eat better, I'm sure. Because I said to my husband, what are you doing? He's like, eating better. That's all he said. Like he doesn't Well, he walks a lot because his job requires him to walk a lot. So he gets between 8 and 10,000 steps a day. So he does that religiously because his job requires that. And he does it between 6 and 7 days a week because he's working 6 or 7 days a week. So he says, I'm just eating better. And he's a carb junkie. Like, he eats way more carbs than I do. Potato chips and all. I don't eat all that stuff like he does. Now, I will, if it's on his side of the bed and I get the munchies because I'm up at 12 o'clock looking at YouTube with some video about business, I'll walk around his side of the bed. But when he comes back, and he's in Chicago right now, when he comes back, we're going to trash all of this, all of the snacks. And then I'm going to go straight in for the health. Anyway, somebody's going to win. We supposed to weigh in at 9 o'clock, but I'm the only one that weighed in, of course. You know, I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and everybody else kind of dragging their feet. I kind of feel like they're just waiting to see who lost what so they can drag it out for the rest of the day. I knew I had lost, so I was like, whatever. I lost already. Drag it out for the rest of the day. It's on y'all. I'm cool with it because I already knew I lost. Yeah, I was like, let's weigh in at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning so everybody can see and everybody can go on with their day. Well, I'm the only one that weighed in. It was my idea anyway, so they'll weigh in. They'll figure out between the three of them who lost and who won at some point in the day. I kind of feel like everybody's trying to wait for everybody else to weigh in so they can know when the because here's the thing. Think about this for a second, right? I knew I lost, so I just went ahead and weighed in. I think everybody else is trying to wait it out to see, well, let me see if this person weigh in and if they lost. Because if they weigh in and they lost, then I can go ahead and weigh in. But if they don't weigh in, then I can't eat until that kind of nonsense. But anyway, I went ahead and weighed in. I probably would have weighed in even if I thought I had won. You know, because that's, to me, I got to get my day started. I can't drag the day out just because I'm trying to see if I'm the one with the highest weight or the lowest weight, or I'm not going to eat until I see who done weighed it. I can't do that. I got stuff to do. So anyway, let's get on with this show. Today is March the 7th. Yes. International Be Heard Day. Yeah. Be heard. You got something to say? Be Heard Day. National Cereal Day. It's also National Crown Roast of Pork Day. That sounds like some kind of royal meat, doesn't it? National Crown Roast of Pork Day. I don't even know what that is. National Flapjack Day. I know people are like, what the heck is a flapjack? It's really a pancake, an old-fashioned pancake. I hate flapjacks. My mother used to love them. I hate flapjacks. So, like, flapjacks is made from homemade flour. Like, the flour with the buttermilk. I did not like flapjacks. My mother loved flapjacks. I'm like, ugh, I like regular pancakes. Here's the difference between a pancake and a flapjack. A pancake comes out of a box. It's a box mix. I like it better. It tastes better to me. A flapjack is milk and flour and whatever else. I think an egg or something. I hate flapjacks. I did not like them when I was little. I don't like them today. They're too rubbery. I just never liked them. But anyway, if you like a flapjack, it's National Flapjack Day. Enjoy yourself. Knock yourself out. All right. I want to wish a happy birthday shout out to, let me see. I think I'm about to mess this up. But I want to say Miss Cross. Her birthday is either today or tomorrow. So Miss Cross was someone I love dearly. And she was one of the people who invested in my first company. And she passed away in 2011. I think it was. Might have been 2012. 2012, I think it was. But she was an amazing woman. She was a fish like myself. And, you know, she believed in me along with my mother and my brother and my uncle and a couple of my friends. It wasn't many people that believed in me. Let me just say that, y'all. It wasn't many people that believed in me. But she believed in me. She and her sons. And they believed in me. And they gave me a big chunk of the money that I used to start the Big Beautiful Dog Company. I'm talking about a lot. And it was her and three of her sons. They got together. They gave me the money along with my mother and my brother and my uncle. And then I had a couple of friends who pre-ordered dolls. And I had one friend who gave me an investment. So I was able to raise a lot of money to get the dog company off the ground. And I was, you know, but for me, she was one of them fish that supported me and believed in me. And I wish she was still around too. Yeah, so she was every Thanksgiving, I would have Thanksgiving at my family house, but I always went to go see her because she had a tradition. She was one of the people that created traditions since her boys were like little kids. And so all of their friends would get together at Thanksgiving. And I remember going over there every Thanksgiving. Even when I got married, I said to my husband, I got to go see Miss Cross on Thanksgiving. And he was always very understanding of that because she would always cook chitlins. And I was like, I'm going to see Miss Cross. And I would go to Miss Cross's house and I would get some chitlins. Now, she was someone that I dated. She was his mom. And so my husband was good about it, though. He was always very understanding, and he knew that I loved her because she was always so supportive of me. And he trusted that I was going to come back and I was going to go and act accordingly and come back and do the... And I did. I would go, hang out for about an hour, get me some chitlins, and come on back home. That's what I did. But today, I think it's either today or tomorrow. I'm going to say it's today. But somebody else's birthday is tomorrow, so I get them mixed up. But anyway... Happy birthday, Miss Cross, all the way in heaven, hanging out with my mom. So I miss you guys. Love you all. Happy birthday. All right, let's get on with these horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. Today is Monday, March the 7th. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Travel and entertaining conversations will be informative and uplifting. You can make changes to your domestic scene that will benefit all who reside there. If you are in the mood, go out and socialize or get involved in some sporting activities. Yes. You know, if you're in the mood, go out and socialize. Listen, it's a beautiful day here in Georgia. Lovely right now. I got out this morning. I walked. It was nice. It was beautiful. Went walking. And I walked after I weighed in. I was like, okay, I blew the challenge. Let me just go walk and get my mindset right. And that's cool. So that's what I'm doing. And it's pretty out today. It's going to be one of them days where you just want to hang out and get some sunshine and just listen. If you like sports, get involved in sports. Like, we have beautiful parks in Gwinnett County. And so, the park down the street from my house, it has like a volleyball, what do you call it? Volleyball ground, I guess. Just go out there and hit the ball, play some volleyball with somebody. That's really sport, especially when it's almost 80 degrees. You're going to get hot and sticky and sand all over you. Taurus, spend time with friends or family. Your emotional partner will push the right buttons today. Strong willpower will come to your rescue. Thank God you got strong willpower, Taurus, because I sucked over the last 3 months. But that's okay. This too shall pass, and I shall get better and better and better. In the meantime, spend time with your family and friends. Listen, quality time is important with your family and friends. I know we all get busy. We all get busy. But here's what you want to do. Make the time for the people you love, because one day there will come a time where there is no time. Ooh, that sounds poetic, didn't it? Gemini, be diplomatic when dealing with your in-law. Not both of them, just one of them. Find out all you can. Secret enemies may lead you astray. You need to focus on yourself and not others. All right, Gemini, you got some secret enemies out there. You know them people that pretend to be your friend. They try to get all they need to get from you, and then they try to lead you astray. They're envious, they're jealous, right? My brother talk about that all the time. All the time, he talk about how people are so envious and jealous, and they're crazy. I was like, yeah, they're nuts now. You got some crazy folks out there, for real. So you got some, Gemini. You got the ones that smile in your face, and all the time they want to take your place. Them backstabbers. Yeah. Y'all know that's an OJ song. Yeah, so watch your back today, Gemini, because you got some secret enemies, and they're secret because they're smiling in your face. All the time, they want to be you. It's kind of like, remember the movie Single White Female, where they did a different version called Single Black Female. I didn't see it. I need to go back and see it and I watch it. Yeah, she wanted to be her. It was crazy. Like, she was crazy. Be the best you can be. Stop trying to be other folks. So watch your back, Gemini. They smiling in your face, and all the time they want to take your place. Them backstabbers. Cancer. Get the whole family involved in a worthwhile cause or cultural event. Invest wisely. Your personal life could have you tied up in knots. You may want to get involved in financial investments presented to you. All right, listen. Listen, Cancer. You want to get involved in the financial investments, right? Here's what you need to do. Do your due diligence first. It sounds good. It sounds great, but do your due diligence. Ask the right questions, consult professionals before you do it. Once you do all of that and it still looks good, then do what you got to do. But before you do that, make sure, listen, you invest wisely. Leo, you need to fulfill your needs and present your talents. Don't be too quick to judge. Red tape could be impossible to clear up today. Yes, listen. You got some red tape. You trying to cut through the red tape. You just may not be able to do it today, Leo. And here's the thing. If you can't cut through the red tape, then forget it. Go around the backside. Do something different. Make some plans. Make some adjustments. Do some pivots. Whatever you got to do. What you don't want to do is let it stop you. Because the red tape will move. It just may not be moving because you need it to move right now. Right now. But it's going to move. In the meantime, do an alternate route. That's all. That's what you do. You go around the backside. Go through the window. Crawl up under the ground. All of that. Virgo, try not to be overly generous. Don't let your family put demands on you. If you go shopping, only take what you can afford to part with. Listen, I know, Virgo, you want to shop. It's beautiful, too. You ready to go buy some shorts and put your shorts on? I get it. But if you can't part with it, baby, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put yourself in the poorhouse trying to be fine when the whole summer. We're in Georgia. Summer's going to start in about 2 weeks. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit. But it's going to run to like December. So don't go out there putting yourself in the poorhouse trying to look beautiful for the spring. Just hold on to that money. You're going to get more. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
Time goes by and yet I wonder, are you and me still the same? Are you still loving the game? I know I don't. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Made a promise to myself, this time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see a brighter day. Oh, oh, oh. Why do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know I should. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, so I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Yeah. And I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, oh, right, yeah, yeah.
Sitting up here just singing. All right, welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen for today, Monday, March the 7th. We're going to pick it up like we always do, and that is with Aries. Aries. Wrong. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Oh my God, I'm starting all over from scratch. Libra, emotional deception is evident. Travel may change your attitudes with regard to your philosophy. You need to concentrate on the areas where you can make a difference. Yeah, concentrate on areas where you can make a difference. Libra, sometimes, and you need to ask yourself, why are you doing the things that you do, right? Are you really trying to make a difference, or are you really trying to make a name? That's a big difference. Are you trying to make a name for yourself, or are you trying to make a difference for yourself? You know what I'm saying? So ask yourself that. If it's a difference you're trying to make, figure out the areas where you can make a difference. For me, I realized that the areas where I can make a difference is in tech, for people who are not techie. And although I don't know how to code, I do know how to find resources to make things happen. However, I am learning to code. Not real code, but like coding on specific platforms. And that's important for the things that I'm doing. And I'll tell you guys about it a little bit next week after I do some things that I got to do first. And I'll share what I'm doing. It's exciting. Part of it has to do with NFTs. So y'all know I launched the Madam Butterfly NFT. I launched that about 3 weeks ago. I'm working on my second NFT, second and third. I got a couple of them going on. And it's exciting because one NFT is going to actually give people access to a metaverse world that I'm building. And so that's exciting. I got a lot working in this tech space, so I'll be talking more about it later. Can't talk about everything now because some stuff is still under wraps until I get it all done and protected. That's another thing. It's got to be protected, so I got to protect some stuff. So just stay tuned. If you want to know about how to do business in the metaverse and how to get access to some of these NFTs that's going to be coming out under my company, Noise Media Network, you want to stick around because I'm about to make a big splash in the tech space, and I'm excited about that. Scorpio, don't allow personal problems to conflict with professional duties. You will accomplish the most through orderly activities. Avoid functions that will bring you in contact with those you find difficult to get along with. Listen, if you know people, avoid them at all costs. If they are difficult to get along with, you don't want to be around them. Let them keep their energy to themselves. Avoid them jokers at all costs. You see them coming, going a different direction. Yes. If you know them because you see them and people are like, oh my God, there goes such and such. Ooh, she's like an energy vampire. Some people are just like that. They are. Sagittarius, you're in a mood to get out and visit friends. You may find that depression is causing you to feel lonely and insecure. Organize your house and be sure to include the whole family in the projects you have set out to do. I gotta tell y'all a quick story. So my aunt kept sugar baby last weekend, not this weekend just passed, but weekend before last. So she called my uncle, and so my aunt. So it's just she and my uncle that live in my other uncle. She and my other uncle live in the house by themselves, just them. But my aunt likes gadgets, like cooking gadgets. Like she has any kind of cooking gadget you could think of in the kitchen. Just stuff everywhere, all kinds of cooking things though, right? But their house is not junky or nothing like that. But the baby said to her, your house is a mess. And so they told me that. I was cracking up. Babies have no filter. They say they are the most honest creatures out there. And Sugar Baby she's a piece of work, y'all. She is a piece of work. She told my aunt, your house is a mess. And so my aunt told her, the baby said the house was a mess. And the house is not a mess. She just has a lot of kitchen gadgets. Like the counter has gadgets all the way around the room. But she likes gadgets. She likes ovens and microwaves and all kinds of blenders and mixers, and because she cooks a lot. And so it only makes sense. Me, on the other hand, I don't want all that stuff. I don't like all that stuff. I don't like all that stuff all over the place. I'm a minimalist, right? I want the minimum amount of stuff so I can move around and I can see stuff. She likes a whole lot of kitchen gadgets. And the baby told her the house was a mess. And so for those of y'all who don't know, my sugar baby is 3. And she just turned 3 in January. But she talks very well. She holds full-blown conversations. And she told my aunt the house was a mess. She said, Aunt Lori, your house is a mess. And so Aunt Lori called and told us that Sugar Baby said the house was a mess. Oh, I just had to share that with y'all. Sagittarius. No, that's not Sagittarius. Capricorn. Travel and entertainment will be pleasurable. You can put in some overtime and make some extra cash. Disputes may start because of lack of honesty. Let me tell you something, Capricorn. Let me just tell you this, right? Only thing you got in this world for real is your reputation, right? And you want to keep a good reputation, because here's what I could tell you. My daughter and I were talking about this. People are always watching you, and they're always testing you. And when you tell lies and you're dishonest and you do anything that's out of that's out of integrity, like if you don't exercise integrity, people are watching you and they test you. And here's the thing, you don't even know you're being tested. I have made mistakes in my life that I have repented for, right? But I try to be a person of integrity. I try to be a person of honesty. I try to be a person that people want to trust. But I'm going to tell you, some folks, and I test people all the time just to see how they're going to do stuff. And I be like, Lord have mercy. Because when people are watching you, Capricorn, even when you think they're not watching you, they are watching you and they are testing you. And so you want to be as honest as possible, because here's the thing, especially today, an argument could happen because of lack of honesty. I'm not saying you're dishonest, but the person that you may be mad with or arguing with is dishonest, right? Somebody's going to be dishonest today and they're going to cause some grief. What I'm going to tell you, don't let it be you. Don't let it be you, Capricorn. Roll with honesty. Roll with integrity, because people are watching you. People are testing you. People are saying, you know what? Yeah, I can get down with that person. Or they're saying, nah, I can't get down. I mean, I like them. I can't get down with them, though. Because you don't act with honesty and integrity. Try to be the best you can be. We're human. I know we make mistakes. But just know, don't let it be you that's dishonest, that's causing this problem today. And just know folks are watching and testing you all the time. And every time you do something that's not of integrity or dishonest, there's a strike against you. And they're like, yeah, nah. Ooh, yeah, that Capricorn right there. Nah, I can't roll with them like that, because they're not honest. They're not honest. And ooh, they don't have no integrity. Watch it. I'm telling you. I do my very best to be my very best. I do my very best to be my very best. I'm not perfect, but I do my very best to be my very best. And that's what I'm telling you to do, Capricorn. Don't let it be you. Folks watching you, they are testing you. Aquarius, there are ways of making extra cash if you put your mind to it. You can persuade even the toughest opponents to think your way. Put financial speculation with family members or friends on the back burner for now. Yeah. You can persuade even the toughest opponent to think your way. Here's why. Here's how you can persuade them. You can persuade them, every Aquarius, because they feel like, okay, even though we don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, I know that right now they have done what they needed to do to get this information to me in a way that I can understand, and that's how you're going to persuade them. And they know that you're a person of integrity. I'm just saying, that's the only way you're going to do it. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. Your high energy should be spent pleasing your mate. Really now. Romance will develop through work-related activities. Okay now. Take matters in hand when it comes to dealing with clients or colleagues. Well, that's your business. You're supposed to do that anyway. It's your clients or colleagues taking it to your hands. In the meantime, fish, you got that high energy. Spend that time pleasing your mate. And here's the other thing. Now, work romance may develop. Don't let it be. Listen. If you are in a situation, fish, or that person is in a situation, I don't care how sexy it is, don't do it. Don't listen. You need to be situation free, and they need to be situation free. So romance will develop through work-related activities. That sounds sexy and exciting and intriguing. But if you got a situation or they're in a situation, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not poke the bear. Don't do it. I'm telling you now. All right, that's all I got for you today. Do what you want to do. Don't say I didn't warn you. That's all I'm saying. So all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Notable Astrologer Micah Thomson. Now let's get on to some news you can use. Former U.S. Senator David Perdue took aim at Governor Kemp. Yep, this weekend. Yes, he did. They're running against each other to see who's going to be the nominee for the Republican to run against Stacey for the governor's seat coming in an election in November. Anyway, Perdue stood before a standing room in Gwinnett County on Thursday. It was an opportunity for him to explain why he is challenging Kemp, who is also a Republican. And he said, I want a Republican back in the White House in 2024 that won't happen if Stacey Abrams wins. So he feels like he can beat Kemp. He can beat Stacey. I don't think either one of them can beat Stacey for real, though. I'm just saying I do not. They think they can. I don't think they will. I don't think either one is gonna be Stacey. I don't think Purdue's gonna be Kemp though, honestly, because he got a lot of stuff going against him. Anyway, he was there trying to, plead his case. He said a Republican has not won Gwinnett County in either presidential or gubernatorial race since 2014. I don't think it's gonna happen this year either, bro. Not for real. I just really don't. 2020 still lingers over our head. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem with Purdue, right? This is why I feel like he's gonna lose, because he's still going along with that nonsense that Trump won. That to me make you sound foolish, like just straight up dumb. Like I would never. Not here. I go back to integrity. If you know, and it has been proven that there was no fraud, why are you still harping on the same message? That sounds crazy to me. It sounds like you don't have any integrity, and why would I vote for you? This is a family show. Y'all know what I want to say, but it's a family show. Why would I? Because now here you go again. You're talking crazy again. So I feel like that's going to be his downfall. I'm not a Kemp fan, but what I do know is that he stood up and said, you know what, I'm not going to find you 11,000 votes. Now he's done his dishonest crap too. But they would do anything to win. They probably sell their babies. That's how bad they want to win and be in control. They don't care who they step on. I'm just saying. So this is a week of politics, y'all. As much as I try to avoid politics during the week, it is the week where most of the candidates have to go and qualify. It's a bunch of folks running. They said Capitol Hill is going to be crazy. The Georgia Capitol is going to be crazy this week because it's qualifying week. And you got all these people running. You got Lucy McBath running against Carolyn Bardo, running against Donna McLeod. You got Everton Blair, who done dropped completely. Boom! He dropped the bomb on us. Bam! Yeah, everybody was... Listen, when that dropped, somebody sent me the text message. I was like, what? Yeah, so you got qualifying week this week. Everybody's going to be running around trying to qualify for the election, for the seat that they want to run for. In the meantime, Everton Blair drops a bomb. A boom. Yeah. So when that story came out, of course, I talk about news, so it got sent to my phone like, yo, look at this. So I'm looking at it like, what in the world? Anyway, Gwinnett County School Board member Everton Blair dropped a bombshell on Friday when he announced that he had suspended his campaign for Georgia State School Superintendent position days before candidate qualifying was set to begin. Dropped the bomb. That was a bomb to a lot of folks because he stepped down to make this move, and then he said no. Anyway, Blair announced his plans to run for the Democratic Party nomination for the seat back in January. Picked up endorsements from former U.S. Senator Education Arne Duncan in February. He announced on Friday, however, that he will not run. He's going to focus on helping other candidates. I don't know. Campaigning takes so much personal financial sacrifice that it would be best in this important election cycle to consolidate resources early rather than spend money against other qualified candidates, Blair said in a statement on his campaign social media. To thousands of Georgians who have amplified, supported, and contributed to his campaign, our work has not been in vain. So he had a lot of people supporting him, but I guess he was like, you know what, it's a lot. Let me tell y'all something. I've thought about going into politics, and it still comes and goes in my mind. My thing is I want to be in a place where I can make an impact with the least amount of stress. And I don't think it's ever going to be politics, not for real. Just being in business. And that's kind of political too now, because it's who you know or who knows you so much. Not who you know, but who knows. Because I know a lot of folks, right? And there are some things I be trying to get done that just can't happen because they don't know me. I know them. They don't know me. Being in politics, it's just a lot. And I talked to somebody recently who has been in politics for a while, and they're thinking about jumping back in again. I'm like, why? And they want to make an impact somewhere, and they feel like they can do it in politics. I'm like, well, you find where you can make the biggest impact. But Everton Blair, he says, you know what, right now I want to focus on helping the people that I can. And he probably can help a lot of people. Yep. He, I tell you, boy. Yeah. So it's crazy. Politics are crazy. It's a lot of work. I've worked on campaigns, and they are a lot of work. It's a lot of you trying to get your team on the same page with you. It's a lot of you trying to go out there and get people to buy into what you're trying to help them do. It's a lot of you trying to fight your opponents. It is a lot. And so I can understand if he decided, you know what, I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready for that. Now, in the meantime, Blair said he's not running, but 3 candidates have already announced plans to run for his seat, which is in Gwinnett County. So that's a lot of people. That's going to be a nonpartisan seat here in Gwinnett County for the Board of Education for for the Gwinnett Public Education Board. Yeah, I get it. He don't want to do it. Even when think about this, when Lance Bottoms dropped out, it was like, why she only did 1 term? I can't imagine. That woman probably was just tired of people kicking her back in. You know, I'm over here fighting for you, losing sleep, losing weight, losing my hair, and people are kicking my back in everywhere I go. The police going rampant. You know, it's just nuts. You know, everybody's mad at me, and I'm just trying. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. So stay tuned. Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So last week, Gwinnett County Commission Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson did the state of the county, and she talked about a lot of the issues that was facing Gwinnett County and some of the things she was focused on. One of them is homelessness and housing. Right now in Gwinnett County, there are a lot of people who want to live in the county. There are a lot of people who actually live in the county, but the rents and the homes here, the prices have increased tremendously. I remember 2 years ago, I was downtown looking at the houses at the South Lawn, downtown Lawrenceville, and when you drove by there was a sign that said $200,000. And this is just 2 years ago, y'all. The same houses, nothing different about the houses, the same houses. They were $200,000. If you go down there now, the sign says $400,000. And so that's a trend that's going on in the Metro Atlanta area where people can't find affordable housing. Like, there are people who work in this county, who live in this county. They can barely live here because if you don't make a certain amount of money, you're struggling for real, right? And she says in order to own a home that is $200,000, you have to make at least $50,000. But we're not building any homes that are $200,000 in this $200,000 price range, and they're not. Like, those houses are $200,000, and literally 2 years later, they're $400,000. They're building some houses over by the Gwinnett Justice Building. They told me those houses are gonna be $700,000. I'm like, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly where they're building them that would garner a rate of $700,000. I can't even. As I sit here and think about it, and I need to go find out like where it's gonna be. $700,000, like where? It's not like you getting a ton of land over in the by the Justice Building, because there's not a lot of land over there. But apparently the house is supposed to run at $700,000. Now here's the thing: if you're coming from up north, that's like a drop in the bucket, because that's what we were used to paying for. Like, my house when I was in Jersey, and my house was considered expensive, and it looked nothing like a $300,000 house down here. Nothing. Like, it was like, oh, that's a beautiful house. It was a beautiful house for Jersey. Let me say that. It was a beautiful house for Jersey. It was $356, and that was a lot, right? Now, $356 is the norm, but you get a beautiful house. You don't get an old house that's got, air leaks in it. You don't get a house that was built in 1920. You get a brand new $350,000 house. And I don't know any houses I don't even know $300,000 houses right now. Really, I don't. My brother just bought his house, and it's $470,000. And he was like, so when he bought his house in Jersey, he paid $205,000. It's crazy, but she was saying that's one of the things that she want to focus on, amongst other things, is trying to figure out what can she do, what can the county do to help people be able to afford to live in Gwinnett County. You got teachers and firemen and nurses and EMTs and county workers that they would probably love to live here so they can avoid the hike going to and from where they live. But who the heck can afford to live in Gwinnett County right now? It's so expensive. I know that I was in a conversation about a month ago with a young lady. She works in Gwinnett County, and she was saying, I want to move here because it'll be a lot easier for me to go from Gwinnett County to Gwinnett County versus coming from Lithonia, which is about 40 minutes away, depending on traffic, and coming here to go to work. And when she looked around, she's single. She's like, I can't afford to live in Gwinnett County. I don't make enough money living in Gwinnett County. I work in Gwinnett County, but I don't make enough. So, Commissioner Hendricks said, you know what? We got to figure this thing out. We got to figure out. Hendrickson said we got to figure out what we need to do to address this problem of affordable housing here in Gwinnett County. So, I'm interested to see what the plan looks like. Right now, they have Project Reset that has helped a lot of families go through the pandemic who were in trouble with their rents and utilities because of the pandemic. And so they have money allocated for that. But now we're going to be interested to see what's going to happen with affordable housing. And that's a big issue. That's a big issue. People paying rents. Like, I've seen rents that were like $1,700, $1,800 for 2 bedrooms, just rent. That's what it is, So, you want to live here, it's expensive. It really is. The Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners this week extended the hours that package stores can sell alcohol on Sundays. Yes. So Sunday sales previously began at 12:30 in unincorporated Gwinnett and ended at 11:30 p.m. But the commission unanimously voted to expand the time from 11 a.m. to midnight. So now the maximum allowable under the state law. So right now you could purchase packaged goods on Sundays at 11 o'clock up until midnight Sunday night. So that has been extended. So some folks will be happy about that, you know. Recent updates to the state law allows local governments to expand Sunday sale hours by resolution and ordinance without the need to hold a referendum. Cities set their own alcohol ordinance. So the Gwinnett County Commission also voted to allow beer and wine delivery from licensed package stores and curbside pickup for mixed drinks that accompany food orders in certain circumstances. Now, I could say this from an entrepreneur perspective. When they implemented this part of the law, I felt like that was a help to small business owners. So if you had a restaurant and your restaurant sold beer and wine, and you was giving food, people who were afraid to go into a restaurant, they could come and pick up an entire meal along with a mixed drink. I thought that was pretty cool. And so I know you got people say, "Oh my God, you know, that's alcohol, blah." People gonna drink anyway. You know, I don't drink that often, hardly ever actually. When I do, it's something so simple. It's probably like drinking tea. But on a small business, from a small business perspective, that allowed a lot of businesses to keep the doors open, because now they could sell their food as a pickup from the curb along with a mixed drink to go along with because if the person was inside the restaurant eating, they will order a cocktail, right? So why not be able to sell them a cocktail with their meal when they pick it up curbside? That's all. I thought that was pretty cool. And they said, when they started saying people can get beer delivered, there's people that like beer, you know. And so for a small business, that was like, okay, we need to pivot. We need to be able to, you know, see how this is going to work. And, you know, it helped some small businesses stay open, I'm sure it did. But anyway, now doors are going to stay open a little bit longer. I know some folks say, "Oh my God, they shouldn't be drinking that late, blah, blah, blah." Listen, it is what it is. All right, so Gwinnett proceeding with plans to turn the former Ingalls into a new records management center. Now, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't happy about this because this is right around the corner from my house. First of all, I loved Ingalls. I really wish they were still there. But the fact that they're taking that big building and turning it into a record center, I'm like, there was nothing else we could put in that building. Like, I think that is crazy. I didn't like that idea. I really didn't. Anyway, Gwinnett County Commissioner voted on Tuesday to approve $6 million contract with Hogan Construction to convert the old Ingalls grocery store located at 1050 Grayson Highway into a new records management center. It's an 87,000 square foot space, and the only thing we could put there was a record center. I ain't like that too much. I thought that was a waste of space, and not only that, I feel like it doesn't go with the I just feel like it doesn't go with the everything on that line. Like, it's a government building. I don't feel like it should be there. I don't know. I don't think that was a good idea. I don't really like that. So anyway, maybe I should have went somewhere and voted on that, right? I don't even know. You know, I was told that we don't stand in the loop, which is right. I try to find out about stuff, but when I find out about it, it's normally too late. I didn't like it. So I'm just going to say that I didn't like it. I think it's a waste of space. I think it shouldn't be there. I think if you're trying to make that whole corridor look nice, having a government building sitting dead smack in the middle is not it. That's just me. This is my thought, my 2 cents. It still don't matter now because I didn't go to the meeting to vote on it, so it doesn't matter. And that's my fault, but I didn't know. So Gwinnett Tech is the state's only technical school offering manufacturer-specific automotive programs. States only. That's what I'm talking about. That's my county. When Gwinnett Technical College opened in 1984, training for automotive technicians was one of the institution's original programs of study. Nearly 4 decades later, Gwinnett Technical College still offers automotive training, but administrators and faculty have kicked its program up a number of notches. Yes. We have a really amazing faculty, said Rebecca Alexander, Vice President of Academic Affairs at Gwinnett Tech. We are very much on the cutting edge of automotive field. Our faculty developed the first driverless and driver assist system certificate programs in Gwinnett and Georgia Technical College system. Yes. Remember, we got that whole driverless car over at Curiosity Lab over in Peachtree Corners, where you get in the car and the car drive you. There's no driver. That's why it's called driverless. So we're trying to anticipate what sort of training our students are going to need to service vehicles in the future. I think that's great that they're on the cutting edge of this. Let me tell you something. I tell anybody, right now, you want to make sure that you learn something in the technical space, because pretty much everything we do is going to be high tech. And I know people going to go kicking and screaming, but you can kick and scream all you want, and you better get yourself prepared. Because I keep trying, and the simplest analogy or case study I can make is when I know that there are some people, when they say, hey, go, if you want to watch TV, go out and buy you a digital converter for your TV. Because if you don't watch TV, all you're going to see is snow. And there were some people, I'm not buying it. And guess what they could not do? They couldn't watch TV unless they went out and bought that digital converter. I'm telling you that if you don't get a career and learn some kind of tech skill, you're going to be left behind. Even if it's not tech, you need to learn something in the tech space. And learning something in the tech space doesn't also always necessarily mean it has to be technical. You need to know how to support the people in the tech space if you're not going to be a tech person. You need to know how to run a community for a tech company, even if you're not going to be a tech person. You need to know how to do accounting for a tech business, even if you're not going to be a tech person. You need to understand tech, though, because that's where it's going. So the fact that Gwinnett Tech is saying, you know what, we have created this program, we want to make sure our students are on the cutting edge of what's coming, is a big kudos to them, because we are not, listen, the cars drive themselves. We got cars that fly, you got cars that drive themselves. Somebody needs to fix those cars. Yes, they are training robots to fix them, but somebody needs to fix the robots. So I'm just trying to help y'all. Listen, don't sit back and wait till it's too late and then say, oh my God, what am I going to do? You need to learn, go out and get you some new skills right now, right this minute. Don't waste your time. Check this out, y'all. I thought this was pretty cool. I like the logo too. This is really cool. So they're doing auditions for Dunwoody Idol. That's scheduled for March the 13th. So you think you can sing, dance, whatever it is? Yes. You can compete in the Dunwoody Idol. Yeah, like American Idol, Dunwoody Idol. So Dunwoody Idol auditions will be held from 2 to 4 p.m. on March the 13th at the Donaldson Bannister Farm, located at 4831 Chambly, Dunwoody Road in Dunwoody. Now, auditions are open from ages 12 to 18. It doesn't say you have to be a resident of Dunwoody. It just said they're having auditions. So they're looking for 10 singing finalists who will compete in the Dunwoody Idol competition at 7 p.m. on April the 23rd during the Lemonade Days Festival at Dunwoody Preservation Trust. It didn't say you had to live in Dunwoody. It just said that it's open. So and then that person get to perform at the Dunwoody Lemonade Festival. I think that's pretty cool. So listen, you want to go out there and see, let your child got talent. Let them go out there and audition for the Dunwoody Festival. You think they got talent? Listen, don't embarrass your child. You know your child can't sing. Don't let them go out there and embarrass themselves, okay? You know that baby can't sing and dance. Don't let them go out there and embarrass themselves. Don't let them do it. All right, I'm going to my last song. Then I'm going to come back and close it out for the day. So stay tuned.
Down.
welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. Here goes. It says, our deeds determine us as much as we determine our deeds. Ooh, let me say that again. Our deeds determines us as much as we determine our deeds. George Eliot said that, and he was right. Sometimes the things that you do, the deed that you do, determines who you are. I'm just going to say that again. The deeds that you do sometimes determine who you are. And and what we do determine our deeds, right? So think about this for a second. If you plan on doing something, right, you're determined to do that thing. But if it's something that same something that you determined to do is going to determine who you are. So when you think about doing something, whatever it is, like right now I'm working on a project, right? I'm working on a project. I'm working hard on that project, and I'm determined to do it. And if I do what I said I'm going to do, that being the key word, if I do what I said I'm going to do, it's going to determine me. It's a big project. It takes a lot of work, a lot of time. I'm determined to get it done, but in the long run, it's going to determine me, right? So it's up to me to do the very best I can at that, because I know a lot of people are watching. And I'm not saying that because a lot of people watch it. I'm saying that it's going to help a lot of people should I do it. But because it's going to help a lot of people and a lot of people watching it, it's going to determine who I am. And it's not going to determine who I am, me, but it's going to make people say, okay, well, that's a person, I like what they're doing. Or that's a person right there, I can trust what they're doing. That's a person right there, their stick-to-itiveness, I like that. I admire that. When you don't do any of those things, nobody's going to say that. When you sit in the corner and you don't raise your hand, nobody's going to say that. When you don't act with integrity, nobody's going to say that about you. When you be greedy, nobody's going to say. People can smell greed. They can smell greed. They can smell envy. They can smell jealousy. They can smell dishonest. They can smell it. They can see your actions. Even when you think you're not acting that way, it shows. Egos, it shows. There was a situation where this person's ego is so big, and I'm looking at them like, ooh, boy, ooh, your ego is off the chain. And I'm sure they probably don't even think they have an ego, but it is so big, it is unbelievable, and it's making them make some bad decisions. There are other people that I know that's so greedy, just greedy, and they're so greedy till it's like, ooh, that person right there would sell that cat, because they're so greedy, right? And so, but that right there determines you. Like, if you think you're hiding it, you're not hiding it. People can see it. You know, yeah, I might be flighty. I know I'm flighty. I know that people may say, oh my God, this lady right here, she got a million ideas. I do. Oh my God, she's doing something different. Yeah, I am. I'm okay with that. Because here's the thing. I ain't hurt nobody. I ain't greedy. I ain't got a big ego. I don't have a lack of integrity. I ain't envious. I ain't jealous. Yes, I'm flighty. Yes, I like new ideas. Yep, I do. But I'm none of those other things. Dishonest. Yep, I'm a fair person. See, I can say these things because I don't let greed, envy, jealousy, lack of integrity, they don't rule me. Big ideas take me over. They would take me out. But the rest of that stuff that people frown on, dishonesty, loyalty, nah. I'm loyal. I'm loyal until you teach me not to be. I'm trusting until you teach me not to be. That's who I am. Who are you? That's all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but spend the last hour and 4 minutes with me. And I love you and appreciate you for that. Listen, I'll be back again. But until I get back again, be sure to follow me on all the social media under Good Morning Gwinnett, except for Twitter. That's GM Gwinnett, the number 1. If you listen to this show on Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes on the Good Morning Gwinnett, give them 5 stars, and subscribe to the show. If you missed any past episodes of the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. And if you want to support the show, buy one of the Zodiac shirts that's on the front page. Pick them. I'm going to change them pretty soon because right now it's about to be 80 degrees here in Georgia, so a long sleeve shirt may not cut it. So we're going to change the designs around, put them on some short sleeves, some tank tops, and all the cute little things for the summertime that's coming down the pike. I do like the design, so I'm going to definitely put them on short sleeve shirts because I think they're cute. be sure to, if you want to come out and hang out with me this coming Friday, it's Business with Breakfast with the Breakfast Club in Gwinnett County. Here we're going to be at Peachtree Cafe, located at 30 South Clayton Street in Lawrenceville. Peachtree Cafe got some good food, and they're not paying me to say that. The food is delicious. So come hang out with us at 8 o'clock. If you want to order breakfast, come at 8 o'clock on Friday. If you don't want to order breakfast, come at 8:30. We kick it off at 9 o'clock. And we just chit-chat about what's going on in business. Mastermind, throw some things out there on the table. If you're having an issue, you want the group to talk about it, come out. If you got a business you want to share with people, come out. We had a great group last time. I was like, oh, this is a nice turnout. It was so funny because every time I go in there, the second and fourth Fridays of the month, the manager, his name is Trey. So I told him I'll never forget that name because that's my nephew's name. And so when I went in Friday, hey, how you doing? Because now I'm like a regular. And I said, good morning. He said, how many today? I said, I don't know. Set it for 6. And I think we had 8. So I was like, oh, crap. We done broke a record. So we broke a record. My guess is that we're going to break another record. So, but anyway, you come out. If we don't have a space for you, we'll make a space. So if you want to come out, share your business with us. If you have a business question, last time we had an insurance agent. We had the time before that we had some attorneys. So, great people in the room, and you may have a legal question that you need to ask, to get an answer to. You may have a question about business. You may have an insurance question. You may have a marketing question. We had a nonprofit there. We had a realtor there. So, we had a website designer who knows her stuff and knows how to help you make sure your website is optimized for search engines and all that good stuff. So be sure to come out if you can this coming Friday at 8 o'clock. Peachtree Cafe, again, 30 South Clayton Street, Lawrenceville, Georgia, downtown on the lawn. So we're going to be there. All right, that's all I got for you. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing. Y'all stay safe out there, my friends. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.